Alright, what's up, everybody? So we're going to do our Pokemon tier list Gen 2 this time. We did our tier list by type for Gen 1 a couple days ago. It was almost an hour long, so be sure to check that out on my channel and on JayPlays channel. It was a great video. We had a lot of good dialogue. We were pretty torn on a lot of different types on what Pokemon to ultimately pick, but I think for the most part we came up with some pretty good picks. Some of
Definitely.
them I'm sure are pretty unanimous across most Pokemon fans, such as Charizard, um, and then the other Charizards we picked, pretty much.
I think Lapras can clear for Ice type.
Yeah, I think so too. And honestly, I I,
Gengar.
I hope Gengar and Dragonite obviously only Dragon
Yeah,
type. But I would hope Mew would hold a soft place in many people's hearts for the legendary tab too.
for
Um,
sure.
but other than that, I'm really excited to get into Gen 2. Um, I haven't really put much thought into it before this video. So, as we click on each type, on each square, I'm really going to be surprised because I haven't even been thinking about the Pokemon in Gen 2 right now. So I'm sure some
Uh,
things will pop out at me and we'll have some good dialogue again.
yeah, for sure. Gen 2's a weird generation, but I like it a lot. I definitely do.
Absolutely. So,
All right.
if you want to get started, let's click
Yeah,
on normal.
normal.
And
Let's see here.
what pops
Okay.
out at you first?
Okay. I see three things that I gotta comment on when I
Okay.
open this. Number one, I'll call out Hoot Hoot and slash Noctowl for the anime.
Okay.
Ashes technically had the shiny one, right? For
Yeah.
all of the anime.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Classic. Number two, we just had Ursa Luna. Two forms of him come out within this last year. So
Right.
Ursa Ring's kind of jumped up a little bit.
Yeah.
And
That's a good
then
point.
mhm. And then my last one is Whitney's Miltank, which was absolutely devastating to me as a kid, and definitely killed me a couple times.
Yeah, dude, you unlocked a memory in my head. I
Yep.
completely forgot about her Miltank because
The rollout, dude.
yes, rollout would ruin me, dude. So yeah,
Yep.
that's a good pick right there.
hmm
I'm surprised you didn't mention Dunsparce because of his new evolution
I know. I was the
and
reason I
Dreadfruit.
didn't. Yeah, they did both get good, and I guess Stantler got an evolution too in Legends Arceus. Jeez,
Goodness,
but
like half these Pokemon. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. To me, what is it, Dudun Sparse?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny because it's like it's what nobody really wanted, but it's like it
Nobody.
makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Dunsparce, I always did kind of like him, but I think I think I like the other ones a little bit more. I
Yeah.
don't like Girafarig a lot, but I do like Farigiraf. I think he's
Farigiraf.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Farig,
It's
I
the
think about that.
stupidest thing ever, but it's awesome. Um, the only thing with Dunsparce's evolution, I think it's, obviously I think it's funny. It's just a big fat Dunsparce.
Yeah,
But I do kind of wish they went the route of giving him like some epic evolution, like
yeah.
some really well deserved glory.
hmm
But I think the Dunsparce, if they're gonna go that route, that was definitely like the best, like funniest route they could have gone.
Yeah.
Um, to me, what pops out at me, and maybe it's just the sheer like girth of it, is Blissey.
Blissey
I mean,
is a thick mon. That
yes,
thing is.
and I always like how like with Chansey and Blissey when you fight them in any Pokemon
mhm,
game, I don't really know like the statistics behind it, but like with like Blissey and Aldino and Pokemon like that, they give off
mhm.
like a lot of experience when you beat them. And so
Yeah.
like I more so like Blissey just because I always loved beating him to a pulp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I honestly that's a good
And
pick.
and the
That's a good
most
pick.
health in the game. You know.
hmm
That's
A
an
lot.
accolade
A
there. What
lot.
is it like 720 something?
I don't know. I all I know is it's astronomical.
Yeah, it's stupid. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, you pick Noctowl. So for me, people
Mhm.
may be surprised because I feel like we may pick a Pokemon that people might not be thinking, and that Pokemon
Mhm.
I think is Noctowl. Um,
Yeah.
I think for the reason you said, Ash's Pokemon, I believe the first shiny, maybe even did he have any other shinies?
I honestly don't know. I don't really remember watching much after
Right.
this, honestly, other than every once in a while catching it like on a Saturday morning. You know what I mean?
Well, even if it was the only shiny,
Hmm.
it was at least his first shiny.
Hmm.
That's an accolade right there. Um, I just think it's just a Pokemon that's often overlooked.
Hmm.
Perhaps for good reason. Who knows? I'm
Hmm.
not huge into competitive anymore, but I definitely think for the anime reasons, because I just like owls in general. I think
Hmm.
it's a cool owl. Um, I think it deserves a spot, but I
All
will
right.
let you decide.
All I know is it's my second favorite owl line. I don't know how many there is, but it gets my vote.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Noctowl. All right, fire. Definitely
Okay.
not Slugma and Macargo, that's for sure.
Nope. They do. Slugma does have a awesome shiny. I will say that, but he would never get my vote.
No.
Mm-mm.
Although every other Pokemon, dude, very tough. Well,
Hmm.
other than Magby.
Yeah.
But every other Pokemon, like, I love all of them.
Hmm.
Um, Dang,
I
man.
am 100% biased on this one, and I just remember I still have my copy of Pokemon Gold to this day,
Mm-hmm.
and I just remember I I remember I think it was Gen 4. No, it was in Soul Silver. I managed to get a shiny Ho-Oh, and Ho-Oh was
Oh,
on
you
my
grinded
copy
for it,
of.
or was it random?
I don't remember. I think I did kind of grind for it, and it was like an accident almost. Like I did it like a couple of times, and I got really. Who knows? It was like 20
Yeah,
years ago.
a
But
while back, yeah.
besides the point, I'm really biased towards Ho-Oh. I know
Well,
we try not to pick legendaries, so I'll hear you out, but that's definitely my number one in this category right now.
well, so I'll circle back to Ho in a second, but to
Hmm.
start with Typhlosion, to me, he
Hmm.
was always my least favorite fire starter.
E,
Cyndaquil,
let me.
and then Final Evolution. I just think it's kind of a boring
Hmm.
design,
Hmm.
personally. And then Houndour and Houndoom, I just think they look awesome. They just look like demonic fire dogs in a sense. I
Yeah,
just think they
they're
look
pretty
cool.
cool. Cool typing
Um,
too.
yeah, Dark Fires, like, yeah,
Hmm.
that's awesome. Entei, I know a lot of people's favorite legendary dog is Suicune, but to me, for some reason, it was always Entei.
Really?
Yeah, I just
Was it the
love.
movie?
No, it wasn't even the movie. I just loved his design.
He does have a sick design.
Yeah, I love his design. He's just like this big stoic looking dog that's just giant, like a
Mm.
yeah. I
A
don't know. I
big bear
just
dog.
yeah, like a bear dog. So
Hmm.
I just really like his design.
I
Just a
do as well.
personal opinion. Um,
Hmm.
but now Ho-Oh, I think Ho-Oh, especially for its time, has one of
Hmm.
the best designs that they had made up until that point,
Hmm.
and even like after. I
Hmm.
just think it's so beautiful looking, like all the colors, just how majestic it looks, and then not to mention the Ho-Oh in what episode 1 of the
One.
anime.
Yeah.
Just
Like.
yeah, I think just that foreshadowing things in the anime and just like how it was the first
Mhm.
legendary shown in the show.
I
Like I don't know,
I
just
think. Oh, I'm starting to. I
no, you're
think
fine.
they actually showed Ho-Oh in episode 1 there, and I don't even think Gold and Silver were actually technically out yet. So it
I
was almost
think
like a
yeah, I
teaser.
think I
Like.
remember hearing about that or
Hmm.
reading that somewhere.
Hmm.
So yeah, they literally were foreshadowing, and I think that's pretty
Hmm.
cool, to be honest.
It's really cool.
So as much as I agree that we should try and stray away from legendaries, I think Ho-Oh
Hmm.
is definitely deserving of the award for fire type.
Are you cool with that?
I am
I
100% cool
appreciate
with
it.
that. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Water.
Water.
Okay. Wow. Got some
Some
good picks
pretty
here.
pretty solid ones in here.
Okay. What pops out first to you? Because
Uh,
my cursor's on it.
really, there's a lot that I like in here. If I'm gonna be honest with you,
There's
so
a
I
there's a
let's
lot
go.
I like, but there's one that I just when I was a kid I was just drawn more to.
Yes, I mean I have one that I'm immediately drawn to. I love Totodile. but
Okay.
I will hear you. I want to hear what you have to say because I'm not super biased in any of these, I think.
Mine's Kingdra.
Kingdra?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just think for what they were going for, how it's one of those
Mm.
I can't even think of the animal. It's what is it? A
Seahorse.
seahorse. Yeah, I couldn't think of it. Um,
Mm.
the fact that they made a seahorse look that awesome while
Mm.
looking majestic still, like you can tell it's gonna eat you alive basically. But it's like,
Yeah.
what they modeled it after. I just think
Mm.
they did the best job they could have done with what they were going for. Not to mention its typing. Um,
Water dragon, right?
yeah, yeah. So I just think that's awesome. I don't think they had done that yet up until Kingdra with the typing. Um,
No.
yeah, because they just had
Actually,
Dragonite in first gen. So,
yeah. I don't want to. I do love Kingdra, but I
mhm.
do think he's actually the only dragon type in Gen 2.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, we'll save that then. Even if he's not, we'll still save him. Um,
Yeah, I would. I'm like 99% sure because Tyranitar is the
let
pseudo
me
and he's Dark Rock.
let's look over there.
Let's just double check real quick. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna click on that right there.
For Dragon.
I yeah, yeah.
Here, I'm gonna do it later for my timestamps.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
But okay, so yeah, good point there. Um,
It, I would give him the vote. I would let you give him the vote for that if it wasn't for the
yeah,
fact
yeah,
that
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I do like him a lot. Absolute crazy design. Like I
Yeah.
love Water Dragon. It's such a good typing.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good typing.
Um, real quick, and I'll let you
Mm-hmm.
talk. My my other two that I'm drawn to would be
Mm-hmm.
Slowking,
Mm-hmm.
just for the alternate Evo and like
Mm-hmm.
what you have to do with the King's Rock, and then Lantern, believe it or not, just because of the typing.
I was gonna say I had a Lantern on my team growing up, and I love Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
So he's definitely one of my standouts now.
Yeah,
I like Galarian Corsola. I thought that was cool, but
yeah,
I'm
I
not
did
gonna
too.
give credit to Corsola for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love Azumarill. Since he got the water fairy typing.
Right.
I have a shiny one actually in Scarlet and Violet that I caught,
Oh,
and
nice.
he has huge power, and he's belly drum, huge power monster, aqua jet, everything, just
Did
dead.
you nickname him Purple Dungus like I did Quagsire in our recent video?
No, I did not. Check out that video though, guys.
Yeah,
That's a
check
good
that
one.
out, please. Um, yeah, Azumarill, solid. Quagsire even gets a little love for me just because nothing crazy, not really a good Pokemon to be honest with his stats
Mm,
even, but he is pretty bulky and you can get some use out of him,
definitely,
utility wise.
he's
But
a goofball.
what are you thinking for water?
Um, I think we're gonna get a lot of hate if we don't pick Totodile, but I
Of course.
also do like Lantern, so I'm
Yeah,
okay
well,
with either
you
of
know
them.
what? I think there's something to us having our own personal opinions that still match
Hmm.
and us picking a Pokemon people might not always think about.
Hmm.
You know?
Besides, we have the starter pick later on, so I'm
Right.
okay with holding off.
Yeah.
So Lantern,
Lantern is good with me.
awesome. Ooh,
Yeah.
I once again I look at this list and there is one Pokemon that is the only one I care about.
Celebi.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
yes. I
Meg-
hate to do it, but what is it? The
Chikorita,
GS ball?
Meganium are what'd you say?
No, go ahead. Just start talking about those.
Chikorita, Meganium, least favorite grass types starters by far.
Yeah, I think they're
Like
actually my least favorite. No, they're
undoubtedly.
my. No, I don't like the Gen 6 one, the Chestnut guy. I don't like him at all.
I actually do.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he has a cool design, at
I
least.
think maybe it's just the colors, but yeah, I think as far
Probably.
as starters go, it's probably one of the most boring starters we've ever gotten,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think Meganium's like pretty looking, I guess, but like it
Eh,
just yeah, and
it's
that's even
okay.
a reach, but
Yeah.
it's still pretty basic design, even for Gen 2,
Mm,
and not a whole lot you can do with Meganium, I feel like. I will say though, other than Celebi, the one I would give a shout out to is Jumpluff, just
Hmm.
because Jumpluff can be utilized pretty well. Or at least I know it used to be able to in comp at some point, but I don't know anymore.
Hmm. He's got a bunch of cool moves.
Because he's
He
got
got a bunch.
Spore,
I
right?
mean, yeah, he's a grass type, so he gets all those super annoying like stun spore, rage powder, all that stuff that
Mm,
is annoying and is very useful. So
yeah,
definitely give him a shout out.
shout
I
out.
like his
But
little puff balls.
yeah, but like you said, I mean, clear winner here. And I think
That would
we would be stupid not to pick Celebi.
Yeah. I mean, what is it? The GS ball? That's what I was talking about earlier from the anime, I think, right?
Ooh, you're. Yeah, I have no
Something.
idea.
No idea. Let us know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. I might be completely wrong, but
Well, they will let us know.
they will let us know.
So Celebi gets that pick, and now we're off to Electric. Okay. Well,
Go ahead, you
I
go.
know for you it sounds like you're kind of like pushing towards Raikou, but
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, I actually do really like Ampharos or
I do love
Ampharos, however you say its name.
Ampharos. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like Ampharos a lot. I like that whole line a lot.
Every time I play Heart Gold, I
Hmm.
always have an Ampharos on my team.
Hmm.
And just because I don't know, it's just one of those Pokemon that you know they're not like a pseudo by any means, not even close, maybe not
Hmm.
even the most viable option for even an electric type, but um, it's solid. It always gets me through the gyms. It always gets me through the Elite Four. I never have a problem. Always get good utility out of it. I
Hmm.
don't know. I think it's a cool design too. Just really like it.
Yeah, I I got my win on Ho-Oh. I'll give it to Ampharos, but this one definitely hurts me. I love Raikou's design.
Well,
I
I
really
do
do.
too, and I'm only talking about Inferno so much just because we did pick two legendaries. But I mean,
Yeah, already. But
yeah, but
Gen 2 is just kind of a weird gen.
it is a
But
weird gen. But I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I'll still leave this one up to you because you might not share the same sentiment I do,
Mm.
and I know we both do like Raikou. So,
I do no, I like Ampharos a lot. I'll give it to Ampharos.
okay,
I'll give it.
give him some
But
love.
just yeah, just know down in the comments that that one hurt a little.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does.
All right.
Ice type.
Ice type.
Um,
Okay, let's see here.
okay, so I will say
Mhm.
always hated Piloswine, but Mamoswine, like amazing legendary. Or not legendary, sorry. Amazing evolution.
New Evo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. That
But
line I did not care about till Mamoswine came out.
yeah, but I think I still like Weevil better. Like
Yes.
I know that this is Sneasel, but
Sneasel. Sneasel.
like Weevil though for because that was also later Evo, right?
Yeah, Weavile's the new Evo in Gen 4 with a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon's got Gen 4 evolutions.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't even realize that until we were looking through this
Hmm.
list. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. What do you have any sentiment towards one more than the other, or do you for some reason like smooch them like a weirdo?
No.
Okay,
I
cool.
do like Delibird,
Yeah, Delibert's cool, just
but
very
he does
gimmicky.
Sneasel's cool. He's an Ice Dark. There he was it's
Hmm.
cool. I love the design and colors of shiny Hisuian Sneasel. I don't know if you've ever seen that,
I
but
haven't
it might be one of my favorite shinies.
really.
Yeah, very nice.
Hmm.
So I'm good with giving to the little scratchy boy.
Okay, little scratchy boy gets our vote.
All right, fighting
Fighting.
type. Oh,
Oh,
that's a
100%
quick.
Heracross. All right, move on.
I don't even
Um,
care. Yep.
but real quick though, like
Yeah, let's
on a
talk
real
about it.
note, um, for some reason I've always been drawn to Heracross. I think he's just such a cool, bulky like unit of a bug type.
Yeah,
Like
who
a
doesn't
lot of
like
bug types are just kind of like, just kind of like,
it?
I'm here,
You
but
throw a pebble at it and that thing's just
yeah,
gone. Oh,
yeah,
code.
you sneeze and it just explodes.
Yeah.
But Heracross, like he's just a unit, obviously good
Hmm.
old Mega Horn. Like If he
Yep.
couldn't learn Megahorn with that thing on its forehead, then yeah, I would have started playing Digimon at this point. But
Hmm.
yeah, Heracross, cool design. What's his shiny look like? Do you know?
It's all pink,
Oh,
actually.
all pink.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's kind of
nice.
cool. Not my favorite. I do like that the female Heracross actually. I think her horn actually is a little heart. So in the shiny it looks kind of
Oh,
kind of good.
hey, I never knew that.
I think so. I might be wrong. Don't
Hmm.
don't I think though.
Well, you made a lot of claims that people could potentially roast you for in the comments
Yeah,
if they're
that's
wrong.
fine. Whatever.
All
Got to
right,
start some conversation.
that's true. All right, poison type, 100% easy vote. Crobat.
Crobat, yes,
Yeah,
I do
I
like
think
Crobat a lot.
Crobat is a very, very epic cave Pokemon. And I say that because, well, I don't think you can ever find Crobat in a cave, but, at least for the Pokemon you do usually find in those caves that you never want to go into
Hmm.
because you just want to run away from everything.
Hmm.
I think at the very least, if you wanted a Crobat, then at least you can look forward to going into a cave in the game because you can catch either a Zubat or a Golbat.
Yeah, and then
And
they'll evolve into something cool
yeah,
because they
exactly.
weren't very cool in Gen 1. But
No,
Crobat's definitely a an upgrade for sure.
yeah, absolutely. All right,
All right.
ground type.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Okay,
I
can I
mm,
can I start this one off?
yeah, no, please.
Okay, so you remember how I said I used to play comp a lot back in the day?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I think it was in the Diamond Pearl era. I was doing a lot of competitive battling on my DS, in the
Hmm.
I forget what it was called, but basically you go to the second floor of the Pokemon Center and you could battle that way.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I had Donphan as my lead. Um,
Okay.
I should be able to remember what moves he had and what my strategy was because I used him so much, but unfortunately I don't. I just know I had Donphan as my lead, and he was more of a wall and a strategist for my team. And I swear, man, I barely ever lost, especially back in those days because like
Hmm.
Smogon and stuff like that wasn't as popular.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I have so much love for Don Fan, and he would 100% get my vote. But I'll definitely listen to what you have to say, possibly about Steelix.
Actually, I do like Steelix. He's not my number one pick. I actually looked at this and I agree with you. I like Donphan a lot.
Oh, perfect.
Um, he's a little elephant, a little roundy boy. I
He
like the
is.
paradox forms that he's gotten. Those
Mm-hmm.
are really cool. Overall, like I've used him in games before. I found a random one. I didn't even try to catch it, and I mean, didn't even try to go for him in Scarlet and Violet. So he
Yeah.
was on the team. I'd like him a lot, man.
Yeah.
He was in the anime, right, for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He was.
Hmm. I
Well,
am actually fine with that. Quagsire's funny, obviously.
yeah.
Gligar is cool, but he gets a evolution that really skyrockets him up for me.
Absolute. Same thing with Larvitar and Poopytar.
Yeah, Poopy Tar. And Steelix is probably going to win in a different category. Maybe. We'll
Well,
see.
I'll tell you right now, Tyranitar is definitely going to win Dark. So,
Probably Rock as well for me,
well,
honestly.
definitely Rock, but we'll have to place him in Dark, I would assume.
Y-
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll
But
see. We'll see.
yeah, we'll pick Don Van for this.
Don fan.
All right,
Flying type.
flying. Okay, obviously
Okay.
Noctowl, Crobat.
Okay.
Um, mm,
Um,
we're both kind of like, all right.
I
So
mean, I look and I like Skarmory.
yep, that's the one that I was kind of leaning to more so than the others
Uh-huh.
right now.
Because I have a feeling that for Psychic type, we're gonna end up picking Lugia, but I
Possibly,
won't say.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it really depends on what's in Psychic type if Skarmory or Lugia gets this pick for me.
Yeah, man, this this genuinely is kind of a hard decision between
Hmm.
Skarmory and Lugia. You
And I'm
know,
gonna cheat for a second.
okay,
Yeah, we can go ahead and pick
okay, cool, sounds good.
S- Skarmory, Steel Flying type. absolute
Great combination.
insane typing.
Yeah,
Insane
great
typing.
combination.
Literally the greatest to do it until Corviknight came out, but
Yep.
still like Sky Murray a lot.
Yep.
Absolute unit right there.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Corviknight though, because yeah, that was such a unique typing in Gen 2, and it
Mm-hmm.
cancels out a lot of the moves or the typings that are strong against them. But
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, Corviknight comes into the scene way later and is just a bulkier, better version in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm saying better design, but
Yeah,
Skarmory's still got a crazy. I do like his design a lot.
yeah, I do too. All right, Psychic. All right, there's a
Oh,
lot of
I kind of
poop on my screen.
yeah, I glossed over one that I guess could get the consideration, but I don't. To me, it's a clear cut winner. But
See,
I'll let
to me, well, okay, you have me confused on what your clear cut winner is now, because for me, it's 100,000% Espeon.
Espeon. Okay, yeah. So I to me, I think I like Lugia better
Mm-hmm.
because to me, Espeon's probably like my third or probably my fourth evolution, but third or fourth.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like Lugia a lot, but I'm good with picking Espeon if you want. Espeon is insanely good.
I just have a lot of nostalgia with Espeon, with Coliseum. I'm sure you do the
Yeah, I
same.
do. I do as well.
So, although now I like Umbreon more than Espeon, especially like shiny form and everything,
Hmm.
um, back then, as a kid with Umbreon, you couldn't do as much, if you know what I mean, like attacking wise, and
Yeah, he's bulky. Like
yeah, and
Espeon
as a
hits like a
kid,
truck.
yeah, and as a kid, I didn't care about Umbreon and what his capabilities were. I just wanted to hit things like a truck with Psychic, and
Yeah.
that's what Espeon could do for me.
Hmm.
And I just really liked Espeon. Spent a lot of time with Espeon and Coliseum.
Hmm.
Obviously, Lugia is an amazing Pokemon, amazing design. Um,
Love the movie.
yeah, so I mean, I really could go either way on this now that I've talked about the both of them.
Hmm.
Um, and I feel like I've kind of been in a sense, the deciding factor for some of these. So I would be okay picking Lugia,
Mm,
just because I do like Umbreon more now.
yeah. No, I think Espeon deserves the spotlight. I think I think I think that's fair.
Okay, and kind of
Um,
kind of wanes our list a little more off legendaries too. I would
yeah,
suppose.
definitely. That's what I'm saying. Like I think we could give it to Lugia maybe later. We'll see. I'm
Okay.
not gonna rush anything, but
Yeah. All
all
right.
right. So bug
So,
type. I see two Pokemon in here that I like, and one's already gotten a vote. So
yep, Scizor it is.
yes,
Although Shuckle, very, very unique what they did with Shuckle.
absolute goofball.
Goofball, I always enjoyed watching like some of those in the old days of YouTube, like people using Shuckle and sweeping a team with Shuckle. Funny enough,
Mhm. Yeah,
but yeah, overall, like Scizor is just easier to use. More fun to
insane.
use in my opinion. Awesome design. Gotta go with Scizor.
Yeah, hits like a truck too.
Yep.
Okay,
Rock
rock type.
type.
Well, this was even easier.
Can I peek at dark real quick?
Yeah, you can. I know it's gonna win in dark for
Oh,
me.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Tyranitar 100% for rock.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh man, I don't know what to pick on Ghost,
Oh
Christian.
no, what are we picking for Ghost? Maybe we can't see the other picks because they're Ghost. All right. Yeah, Mischievous.
Yeah,
You'll have to get the vote.
actually, yeah, Mistress. I did. With the new Paradox form, it's making me like her,
Yeah.
a little more. I will say, but obviously the Paradox form is just insane. Way
Yeah.
better typing, but
Naturally. Yeah.
yeah, but
All right.
I'm not mad at it.
Me neither.
Kingdra,
Dragon.
right?
Definitely Kingdra.
Yeah.
It speaks volumes with, especially because Kingdra could have gotten my water vote too. So I think that
Oh,
speaks volumes to, its
yeah,
design and its typing and just
yeah,
how cool it is. All right,
yeah.
dark type. Yeah, 100%. It's gotta be Umbreon, man. I think
Hmm.
Umbreon, like its shiny form, with the blue mixed with all the black, it looks so good.
Hmm. Yeah, Umbreon. As much as I like Tyranitar, even if we didn't choose Tyranitar for Dark, I still
Mhm.
think Umbreon would have taken it for me.
Yeah, I do still think that would have been a close decision. I think I was just biased towards Tyranitar from when we were looking in the rock types, but yeah,
Yeah,
when I looked into Dark and I saw Umbreon, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, definitely pick Tyranitar
yeah.
for rock.
Hmm.
Yeah, Umbreon, fan favorite. I don't know if you know much about the Moonbreon card from Evolving
Um,
Skies. It
no,
was
I'm not. I never was in as the TCG as much as you were, so.
it was basically a card. I think it was the set released 2 years ago at this point.
Mhm.
But the card now, I would have to check, but I think the card now near mint is worth over like $500 to $600,
Wow,
and the set released 2 years ago.
that's insane. It
Yeah,
must have been a crazy artwork.
that's exactly why I think it's elevated to the degree it has. The artwork is phenomenal. You'll have to look at it whenever you get a chance.
Yeah,
But
I'll look it up after this
but yeah,
for sure.
Umbreon definitely dark vote.
Dark vote.
All right,
Hmm.
Steel. You know what? Obviously, Scizor one bug, Skarmory one flying. Correct.
Hmm.
Yep. Um, Fortress. He's a good lead for certain teams,
Yeah,
but Steelix, there's just something special about Steelix.
yeah,
He's probably the most ferocious looking Pokemon there is, even through Gen what 9 are we at now?
yeah. He's a mean looking dude.
He
He's
is.
got that underbite, something serious.
He's got that underbite from munching on all the onyxes that it feeds on.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think that's a pretty easy vote for Steel.
Hmm. I will say real quick,
Hmm.
I I hate like stupid trade evos. Like I know Gengar is one, but like
Yeah, yeah.
it's always been annoying to me.
Yeah, especially well nowadays not so much. I feel like, but
Yeah,
back in the early gens with,
it was so
like
hard.
yeah, when I was a kid, like with my Game Boy or whatever, and I'm trying to trade a
Hmm.
Pokemon just to get it to evolve, and then trying to trust some little brat 8-year-old that he's gonna trade it back. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, that was definitely had to jump through some hoops, but it made it more special though. When you were
Yeah.
able to finally evolve it, it was such a surreal moment, but. Yeah, for the most part, it is pretty gimmicky thing to have in the
Hmm.
game, but it is interesting, and but I think Steelix definitely wins the vote.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Fairy, I'll let you start with this. What are you thinking?
I immediately see this, and I don't mind Togepi, but I know Togepi evolves two more times, and
Mm-hmm.
I like the final one way more than anything
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
other
yeah.
two. And then I look at Azumarill, and I know that he's a big, happy golden boy in my Scarlet and Violet, and he hits like a truck.
Yep,
And
yep.
I like that pick a lot. But go ahead if you have anything.
No,
But
I mean, I don't really see what else we could go with, really. I mean,
you don't want
Grand.
a Igglybuff,
I don't want. I don't want an Igglybuff. It makes me want to vomit looking at that thing. Um,
Cleffa. You want the little Cleffa?
Cleffa, I could kick that thing farther than I
That
could. I don't even know what to compare it to. I just want to kick it. Basically, is what I'm saying.
it
Um,
does look like a good soccer
yeah,
ball.
it does. Grand Bull. I think the Pokemon Company, they were on some kind of narcotic when they decided to, have Grand Bull as a fairy type.
Yeah.
Nothing
At least make them
fairy.
fair fighting. That would have
Yeah,
been cool.
yeah. At least give
Like
them wings or something if you're gonna make them a fairy. That is an ugly fairy.
they're
Um,
like pink fairy.
disgusting. So yes, I will happily go with Azumarill.
All right. Okay, so we're on the starters here.
Easy vote for me.
Let's hear it.
For Alligator.
For alligator,
But
I
that's just me because like I
hmm
said earlier, for personal opinion, just I don't
yeah,
really vibe with Typhlosion that much. Just think he's kind of a
no.
basic design.
I look at these lines. I'm always water usually,
Mm.
so am happy choosing this line. But I honestly want to give it the Totodile over for alligator.
Well, yeah, I'll do that. I'm so down for that because I actually never picked Totodile, funny enough, I did pick Cyndaquil when I played the
Hmm.
game originally,
Hmm.
and I do like Totodile more than Feraligatr. I think
Yeah.
Totodile definitely had more showtime in the anime,
Hmm.
and is just more special of a Pokemon that a Pokemon that people think more about, over Feraligatr or Crocodile.
Yeah. I think Crocodile's he's a little weird, but it works. I think if Alligator just didn't have that goofy hump on his back, he would just go up so much more for me.
Yeah, I agree. I
And
could
Totodile's
see
too
what they were
personable.
do. Yeah, yeah, he is personable, and he's just a little goober that you just want to, you could have him as a little pet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm down for Totodile.
You okay with Totodile?
Yeah,
All
for
right.
sure.
Cool. Let's see here. Ooh, Gimmick Form.
Gimmick form. Okay, so
Hmm.
this will have to be more of your pick because I'm not too familiar with these gimmick forms or what they change or how powerful they get. So I'll let you.
These are all megas. I
Okay.
know that. So Mega Ampharos, I believe, goes to Electric Dragon.
Ooh.
I um Steelix design in game, like the 3D sprite, is really cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mega Houndoom is pretty good. I mean, they're all megas, so they're all really strong. I really don't have any bias here. I think they're all pretty cool looking.
So
I think I think I lean to Ampharos or Steelix, honestly, by their designs.
okay, well, I know personally, I think they did a disservice with Heracross with this.
Yes, 100%.
I think he's out of the question for gimmick form.
Mm.
Tyranitar. I mean, it looks like they gave him more armor, but I don't think it works well with his design.
And I think I've actually seen a video where somebody was actually made the argument that non-Mega Tyranitar was actually more competitively viable at the time that he was out.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
I think
I
just for
might be
that we
wrong on
should
that,
omit
but
him from
yeah, I
the.
don't love the spikes growing everywhere. It's not my
Maybe
favorite.
if the spikes and the extra armor were like a black color or something, like something
Yeah,
different, or I don't
a
know,
color
just
change
too
would have
much
been cool.
green, too much going on. Not a fan.
Mhm.
I really think the combo of Dragon Electric for Ampharos is pretty cool. I think that was a good idea. Um,
Mhm.
Houndoom's design I think looks pretty cool. I like
It
the
is
extra
pretty cool.
bones they gave him around his collar and the longer
Mhm.
horns. Um, but yeah, I think for me it would definitely be between Ampharos, Houndoom, and Steelix. And if you said Ampharos and Steelix, I think that should be the two we decide,
Okay.
against.
All right. I'm just gonna go off what I like better.
Yeah,
I
gut
think I
feeling.
like yeah, I think I just like Steelix. Like his design in game just looks really cool.
Yeah,
It almost I guess it kind of looks almost like Mega Rayquaza in a way. So, but
yeah, and I think too, like just the fact that they felt like they needed to give Steelix a mega is just kind of funny.
yeah, it is.
You
I mean,
know, like
all the ones they gave Megas were like ones that like
we're
didn't
already
need it.
like yeah. I think it's kind of funny, but
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, I think Steelix is a good pick. Ampharos definitely gets runner up in this
Yeah.
list. I think it's a well deserved runner up too.
Hmm. Actually, Steelix already got some love, and he kind of pitched me on Houndoom. I really do actually like him.
Oh yeah,
Do you wanna just give him a not a pity vote, but like a underdog vote?
yeah.
Are you
Before we
cool?
do give him the vote though,
Hmm.
if you know, I would like to know like what changed with him with his mega. Did his typings change?
Give me 1 second, and I will. I'm looking up his stats. I don't think his typing changed.
Well, I really don't think it needed to be honest. I mean,
Mm.
um, I think they did a good job making it look more dark.
Mm.
Really emphasizing that dark type that it shares with its fire type. Um, and then I think dark just coincides with fire. So if you make it more dark looking, it's going to be more fiery as well. So yeah, I think that's a really dope design in my opinion. And I had just omitted him just because you originally said Ant Frozen Steelix. But yeah, if you're
Mm.
down to go towards Houndoom, especially since we gave Steelix and Ampharos love already. I'm completely okay with that.
Yeah, I think his upgrade. I'm looking at his stats. He gets 140 special with 115 speed, and he's got 90 in both defenses.
Wow.
That's a pretty good upgrade. He's got 600
Yeah.
BST, so
Okay.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
If get a little off pick. Try not
Yeah.
to
Change it
try
up a
not to
little bit.
favor something.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, our past three picks I think are pretty unique: Azumarill,
Hmm.
Totodile, and Houndoom.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Uh,
Legendaries.
this is a
Man,
good legendary
Gen's
list.
compared to Gen 1, because
Yeah.
I've never been a huge fan of the birds. Their design is kind of minimalistic in my opinion. Um,
I
all
think
the
the dogs
legendary
did it way
dogs,
better.
yes, they
They did
did.
it so much better.
But then the problem lies with the two birds this gen are amazing.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah, the
like,
two box arts.
and then Celebi, like,
Hmm.
dude, I love little Celebi so much from the movie, man.
Hmm.
And saving that little turd ball that was all riveled up and crusty looking, and then you know now it looks so beautiful. Um, this might be
Yeah, this
the
is probably
toughest
the
one.
hardest one for me in this whole category here.
Okay, so
Um,
we gave Ho-Oh a vote already, but
yeah,
that 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 doesn't mean we should omit him. That should only support that
yeah,
we do pick
that's
him in a sense.
to
Um,
me, Ho-Oh and Lugia is like a 51-49. And
yep.
the only reason I give Ho-Oh, I think honestly, the edge instead of making it split even is just because Lugia is flying psychic. If he was flying
Mm-hmm.
water, it would have been 50-50. Or
Yeah.
even water psychic, like
Yep.
I don't know. Just the fact that he's flying psychic when he's literally like the guardian of the sea, it just makes no sense to me.
Right. Yeah, that is interesting you say that. Definitely. And then, obviously Ho-Oh, I think Ho-Oh beats Lugia out with its design a bit.
Hmm.
Um, you
Its
know,
shiny is definitely
black,
my top
shiny.
three.
Isn't it black shiny?
Um,
No,
no,
it's gold shiny.
yeah, it's honestly, like I said, probably in my top three favorite shinies.
Yeah, especially with the colorway they gave him originally with its shiny form to just add on top of that with how majestic and
Hmm.
yeah, I think Ho-Oh beats Lugia out, and you know I really can't see how we would put a legendary dog over Ho-Oh
Yeah, I
at
mean
the end of the day.
the only one that I mean, all three of them are really good. The only one I do like a lot is probably Raikou, but I don't know if I like him more than Ho-Oh. I sent you a
Yeah,
picture of shiny Ho-Oh too, by the way.
okay, yeah, it's gold. I was thinking Charizard when I said black, but yeah, dude, shiny Ho-Oh,
Mhm. It like I
man.
said, I mean I'm ultra biased on it because like I said, I just like Ho-Oh a
I
lot, but
I think Ho has to win, dude.
I'm very happy
It
with
has
that.
so
I
much
really
going
am.
for it. Amazing shiny, foreshadowed itself in the anime before anyone even
Hmm.
knew about it. Before obviously Ash even knew about it. Better
Hmm.
design than Lugia, in my opinion.
I agree.
Good typing.
Hmm.
Yeah, Ho-Oh definitely gets the vote.
Awesome. I am happy with it.
And just right off the bat for favorites, Ho-Oh is definitely top contender.
Hmm.
But I definitely would like to sway away from that if we can. So
I
let's.
actually there's one Pokemon in this list that I like more than Ho-Oh.
Okay, hold on. Let me look through here. So because I want to see if I can land at the same conclusion without hearing your foresight.
Hmm.
Um, so for me,
Hmm.
what would beat out Ho-Oh would have to be Umbreon.
Crobat. No, I'm kidding. I'm really.
I almost just crapped in my underwear, and I would have thrown it out the window if Crobat was your vote.
No, Umbreon 100%.
Okay,
It's favorite evolution.
so I have to ask. I don't think you told me in the video, but what's your reasons for Umbreon?
Oh, definitely. There's this game console that Nintendo came out and back in the early 2000s called a GameCube, and there was Pokemon Coliseum. absolutely loved the game. It was so infuriating that you could only catch like the dark aura Pokemon, but
Yeah, yeah.
I had that Umbreon and Espeon on my team at day one,
Mm-hmm.
and they were on that until I beat
Oh
the
yeah.
entire game.
Never got
And
rid of them.
no, absolutely love them.
So what drew you more towards Umbreon at that time? Because I explained on
Mhm,
my end, really gravitating towards Espeon at the time due to its offensive abilities. So what
mhm.
was it with Umbreon for you?
To me, Umbreon is just it's a very clean design. There's some bits and pieces with Espeon's design that I look at and I'm like I kind of want to critique it, like the two-pronged tail.
Yeah,
The whiskers are a little long. I don't know. It just is
yeah,
so
I get what you're
super.
saying.
It's so clean. Dark type is a cool design.
Mm-hmm.
What he does is
Some of
it's
the
just a
some of the
yeah.
best. Yeah, like for the
It,
utility Umbreon is meant for, it's
mhm,
best upper echelon in its class.
mhm. And it's like I already loved Eevee as it was,
Mm-hmm.
and then just the fact that Eevee now got
A
two new
better
forms,
version. Yeah.
and they're even cooler than the last
Yes.
three. And yeah, I just fell in love like instantly playing that game. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Sometimes simple is just better. Like you said with its
yeah,
design. Dark, it's dark is a type that you can easily come up with some good designs for dark type. I mean, like
yes.
Houndoom. I mean,
Hmm.
it's just that type that you can, you know, when you think of dark, you think of black, and then obviously Umbreon is black, and they just did such a good design with using what 90% of Umbreon's black, and then when you look at Umbreon, it's just kind of a simple design, and I think there's something special with that. So
There is, and he's just I don't know. I think a lot of people resonate with that. He's just something about him is just special with a lot of people,
yeah,
whether they play Coliseum or whether they just saw him for the first time, and it's just a really solid design, and I don't think anybody really ever complains about it, honestly.
yep, I agree. So
Hmm.
that is gonna get our favorite vote. Um, yeah, I think we did a good job with Gen 2. Um,
Yeah, I was
I
scrolling
think,
through this and I like it.
yeah, I do too. I don't think I'm gonna go through each type over again like I did,
No.
summarizing the first, just
Hmm.
because I'm gonna provide timestamps in my video. If anyone wants to rehear any of our thoughts about any type, I will include that in the
Hmm.
description and in the timestamps. But
I
um,
will do the same.
so yeah, I mean, I'm glad we got through another generation. Um, I'm excited to get through the next how many 7 generations now.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean the next three for me are heavy hitters, so I'm excited.
dude, yes, I'm definitely excited for 3 and 4 more so than anything else. I put the most
Hmm.
playtime into those, so yeah, can't wait to get to those videos.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy to see Gengar at the end, and I'm happy to see Umbreon right below him.
Awesome. So my headset's about to die. So would you like to close out the video?
Yeah, I've got everybody here. All right,
Awesome.
guys. This has been the Gen 2 list for us. We ranked them all. We appreciate you guys listening, spending time with us. Leave us some comments down below if you've got any thoughts. Other than that, we appreciate your time. Have a great night, guys. Bye.
See you guys.